Good afternoon, everybody. It is the 6th of May 2020, and this is, of course, DayZ. Just sneaking in a quick stream before tea today. You may remember the last two streams I had a few technical troubles and we had to cut them short, so I'm still in the same place. I don't know whether you were here when I managed to kill that deer that was standing on top of the... Was it on top of a bus stop or something like that? Anyway, we've got loads of food, so what I thought I'd do is before we carry on our adventure, I'm just going to cook some of this food off. In fact, I'm not going to cook all of it because we have got loads of food here. We've got way too much because I killed a sheep not that long before as well, and these big lumps of fat, they last for absolutely ages. So I've just built a nice little fire. It's not actually raining, which again is surprising in Livonia. And the idea is that we're going to head south to a place called Gieraltow. I'm not quite sure why we're doing this. We're doing it because we can, just to have an explore. Because I've never really been down the eastern side of Livonia. I've been mainly down to the west and the south. But we can check it out. And then, maybe not in this stream, but maybe another one, we'll head back up north to our base. Because I understand that Moxie has been very kindly improving my base and added some more storage, and has even left a working car there for me as well, which is pretty cool. As well. Thanks for joining the stream, Claire. So if you didn't know already, the fat you get when you kill an animal is one of the best foods in DayZ. When you've cooked it, loads of calories. I think there's about 900 calories in each lump of fat, which keeps you going for hours and hours and hours and hours. You don't eat it all at once. In fact, you can just nibble on it. And I've got lots and lots and lots of it, and some steaks as well. And the added benefit of cooking food is that, in fact, you have to be careful because once it's in your if you put it in your jacket or your trousers, it keeps you warm. Right, is that all the fat cooked? Oh no, we've got another bit there. So, especially in Livonia. Oh, wait a minute, is it getting dark? Oh, it's getting dark. See, I'm on the Nitrado private server, the Scalespeeder gaming one, the PvE only. And we have 6-hour days and we have 15-minute nights. So it means that when it gets dark, it gets dark pretty damn quickly. Good afternoon, Cobra IR. Tried this game one time, was pitch black and couldn't see, fell off a cliff running and died, never played it again. That sounds like the perfect DayZ experience to me. In fact, that tends to be... that's the problem with public servers and lots of private servers, is it's dark an awful lot of the time. And console players, we're at a bit of a disadvantage, because when you go into the server browser, it doesn't tell you what time of day it is on the server. Now, PC players, they do. When you go into their server browser, it tells you what time, whether it's dark or whether it's nighttime or whether it's daytime. So you can decide whether you want to join the server or not. But often with the public servers on console, on PS4 or PlayStation, you end up joining a server, it's dark, and especially if you're a fresh spawn, it can be very challenging. I mean, sometimes you have your best fun when that happens, because you've really got to work hard to survive. Cobra IR says, yeah, man, I was disappointed. Yeah, it can be. But, I mean, if you enjoy adventure games, I think DayZ is pretty special, Really is. You have some fantastic times. Now, on the Scalespeeder Gaming PvE servers, I'm not going to lie, we miss out a lot on those chance encounters that you get in the public servers, when you'll just bump into somebody and you just don't know, are they going to kill you? Are you going to trust them? And that edge, that is one of the magical things about DayZ on public servers and on sort of open private servers as well. What is going to happen? But the reason why I have the PvE servers is because sometimes you just want to enjoy the game as a survival adventure game, you versus the environment. And the zombies, and the wolves, and the bears, and the cold, and the wet, and the starvation, and the dehydration. Yep. So as it's got dark, we might as well carry on cooking this stuff. Because I haven't got a torch or anything. Just need to watch out that we don't start to overheat. I haven't got too much, it's mostly my backpack, I think. Sorry. What's first person? I can't remember how to go into first person mode. Oh, there it is, isn't it? Yeah. Bit of first person cooking of meat. A riveting stream. How about that, eh? It's getting pretty dark outside. Stars are coming out. This is a great looking game, this. Jeremiah Belton says, big fan, I like your Call of Duty tips. Thank you very much, Jeremiah. Thank you for watching. I've actually just recorded another couple of videos today, actually. One on how to unlock the Akimbo Snake Shot 357s. And another one, which might be interesting, I don't know, about combating survivorship bias in our gameplay and in how we learn about Call of Duty. So the idea with that one is survivorship bias occurs, or survival bias occurs, when you're using winners to decide, you know, what winners do to decide how your actions should be in trying to achieve a certain task. So, you know, for example, in Call of Duty, that would be if you just watched people who won Warzone victories all the time, which is we're all guilty of. I'm guilty of doing that. You know, often when I create videos, it's only my wins that I show. If you only watch the wins, you never get to learn about the mistakes. Now, we all know we make mistakes, but do we really learn from them? You know, or do we tend to just quit out and crack on? And so I thought it might be interesting to do some videos which I have good runs, you know, where I get into the top 10 in the solo Warzone, solo Warzone, but I don't get the victory. So there's some good things that happen, and then something goes wrong at the end that isn't just a total random event. It's actually something that I could have done differently. And then I talk about that, you know, and I play through the footage a couple of times to not only help other people to avoid those silly mistakes that I've made, but to help myself as well. To get better, because I mean, I love Warzone, and I think one of the big differences for me is I really enjoy just getting into a top 10 situation in Warzone as well. If I've got to the top 10, I'm pretty happy, you know, or even if I've just had a good time, to be honest, I'm happy. Right, I need to be careful because I'm getting a bit hot. Oh no, temperature's going up now. Right, it's starting to get lighter again. So as soon as it gets light, we'll actually hit the road because we've got loads of food here. We'll do a quick inventory check, and then we'll... I did actually plant some zucchinis on the last stream, but I don't know where they've gone. Sup, bro, liked. Thank you, hamster. Thank you very much. Appreciate it very, very much. Subscription, likes, notifications, all that good stuff. Right, tell you what we're going to do. Let's just back off from this fire a little bit and let's just check our inventory. So what we'll do, let's drop this meat because we don't want it. We've got enough meat here, haven't we? Let's move this meat to our backpack so we don't overheat. Don't want this meat. We don't want this meat. Oh, we got a potato. Oh, we could have meat and potato for. Well, I guess this would be breakfast, wouldn't it? Let's go outside and let's greet the dawn. There we go. Look at the see the lighting effects are really cool, aren't they, in DayZ? Look at that. Very good. Now I need to find the road. Let's get my compass out. Let's drop that stick. I don't need that stick anymore. Okay, now where was the road? Probably where those... Oh, here we go. Here comes the sun. There it is. See if we can get up a little bit higher so we can watch the sunrise. Is this going to be the road? Yeah. Have I got my binoculars with me? Haven't, have I? Right, let's have something to eat while we're watching the sun come up on Livonia. Start off with a nice potato. We could have cooked it, couldn't I? We could have had roast potatoes. Well, I say roast baked potato. Tastes good. Let's have some one of those steaks. That's venison steak, bit of deer, nice. Let's have that. Here comes beautiful morning. We're gonna have loads of energy for a full day of exploration. Let's wash it down with. Let's have some swigs of water from our canteen. That'll do. Right, there we go. It's a beautiful day. Let's consult our compass. And we want to be heading south. Ham says, can I join you? I don't know, are you part of the private server? If you're on the private server, I'm in Livonia. But I'm probably not going to be streaming for that long. Right, let's have a look. Let's bring up the iSurvive map because I forgot to bring it up. So I can remember where I am. Did I put it on the map? Oh, okay. I think I know where I am. Okay, so we're heading south. Let's just start heading south now. I think we're a long way from Gieraltow. As I say, we might as well make hay while the sun shines on Livonia, because it's probably going to start throwing it down before we know it. Oh, there we go. There's the sun. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's going to be great, isn't it, when we have the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. And we can get this running at even higher frame rates and higher resolutions. We'll be running the PC version of it then, really, won't we? Maybe we'll have cars that won't actually crash and glitch and cause us to die. What's this little shack? It's unusual, isn't it? There we go. Nothing. Fair enough. Okay, so we've got some sort of power station here. Okay. Okay, so there's a little bit of an industrial area. Ooh. A little bit of an industrial area. Right. So, alright, so we're only 4 kilometres from Gieraltow, so that's good. Right, so we should be able to figure out where we are now. So we're at this crossroads. So there's only... Oh, there's 2 crossroads. So I could be there. I could be there. Let's keep heading this way. I mean, I should be fairly safe as long as we don't come across any wolves or bears. Things should be okay. Jeremiah says, what system are you getting? Ah, great question. Great question. I think I'm probably going to go with the PlayStation. Guess that's where I've got most of my games on. Let's look at this place. Yep. And also, I'm most at home with the PlayStation DualShock controller. It's cool, isn't it? Okay, but we don't really need anything, so we'll leave that to that. What are you going to be getting? Oh, I'm probably not going to get it straight away either. I'm definitely going to wait, for the rush. Plus, I think there's probably going to be plenty of supply problems. And and when you have supply problems, you have increasing prices, don't you? So that's going to be interesting to see. Oh, hey, I also heard you can transfer your games from... Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of it, isn't it? Backwards compatibility. And Sony have said that the PlayStation 5 will be compatible with PlayStation 4. It won't be compatible with PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 2. You'll have to use PS Now for that, won't you, to get those games. But it should be compatible with all your old PlayStation 4 titles, which is good. So I think the PlayStation 4 is pretty close to the PlayStation 2 now, isn't it, in terms of overall sales? It's done very, very well indeed. But so which way are we going? So we're kind of heading southeast now, aren't we? Is that really the way we want to be going? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yep. But you never know, it could be that the Xbox Series X gets released and they do the comparison reviews and they say, actually, this time the Xbox is more powerful, and they recommend that. I mean, last time the PlayStation 4 was more powerful than the Xbox One, sorry. So who knows? Who knows? We've just got to wait and see, haven't we? I mean, they're both going to be fantastic, aren't they? I mean, the other thing that we've got to take into consideration is new televisions, isn't it? I mean, if they run native 4K, I mean, I haven't got a 4K TV. They're quite expensive, aren't they? Or, if they run 1080p, 60 frames a second, locked, then you're thinking, well, we need, is it worth investing in like a gaming monitor? Doing something like that instead. Jeremiah says, I honestly think they should cross-play every game because I have a lot of Xbox friends. Yes. Carpix says, hello Scale, is an option to customise loadout of Spawn. I can't on Nitro find the init.c file. So, at the moment, on console, on Nitrado, and if anybody else had any custom console servers for PlayStation or Xbox, you can't change the spawn. You do not have access to the init.c file. Some guys, funnily enough, a couple of months ago, did manage to get access to the init.c file with a little workaround, but as soon as Nitrado found out, they shut it down and they locked it off. Funnily enough, I've now got a DayZ PC private server through Nitrado, and all you do is you go into the file browser, search for the init.c file, and it's there. So you can dive in, and things get a lot more complicated though. When you messing around with XML files is one thing, but when you start messing around with the config files, it's a totally different kettle of fish. What's this? Strange. No worries. No worries. Right, let's get back on the road so we don't get lost. We're heading south again, which is good. It's probably about 7 o'clock in the morning. All is quiet in Livonia. Let's just have a quick look at how our shoes are doing and our gloves. Gloves are good. Shoes are good. Excellent. Yeah, so what my plans are kind of for the next few weeks, as far as streaming DayZ goes, we're going to get to Gieraltow, have a look around that town, see what we can find, then get all the way back up to my base, up near the river. I can't remember what the town it's in, but do that, kind of stop there for a while. Then I think I'm going to jump back onto Chernerus, because I need to go and maybe go and visit the Green Mountain Trading Estate and take some stuff there. And then I want to get onto the PC private server to start getting acquainted with keyboard and mouse. Not because I'm switching to PC or anything like that, far from it. I don't have a gaming PC, I just have a I have an old laptop, but I use GeForce Now, and where you stream DayZ. Oh look, there's a car with a missing wheel. But I want to get a little bit more used to keyboard and mouse, really, so that I can do some Arma 3 videos for everybody. Because I know there's probably lots of console players out there who are itching to know more about Arma 3, you know, the military sim from Bohemia Interactive. You know, what's it all about? How do you get into it? What are you meant to do? And I've done a few videos, and Arma 3 seems fascinating, but I am so inept with keyboard and mouse that I just die all the time, even when I'm playing against bots. So okay, so this is an interesting junction, so we should be able to tell where we are. Right, I think this road ends up at Gieraltow. A kitchen knife? No, we don't need a spare knife. We've got plenty of knives. If you're considering getting DayZ, highly recommend it. If you look at this footage and think, I fancy an adventure game. However, it does have a very, very steep learning curve. But there's plenty of videos out there showing you what to do, because you know, you saw me eating and drinking earlier. It is a survival game. Your character does need to stay warm and dry. You do need to feed them. You do need to water them, give them clothes, weapons, and things. And the idea of these private servers is that you can enjoy DayZ in an almost like a single-player experience. And I do think that is something that Bohemia Interactive should introduce, especially for console players. You know, you should be able to fire it up and play a version of DayZ locally on your Xbox or on your PlayStation, so you don't have to worry about getting shot in the head by someone else when you're just learning how to build, learning how to craft, learning how to survive. And then you can go onto the public servers or lots of private servers for lots of PvE content. Truck Turner Tech says Steam controller or PS4 controller is good with Arma 3. That's fascinating, Yeah, I kind of started to have a go, but I couldn't really get it to work properly. I think maybe one of the problems is that when you're trying to play through GeForce Now, it's a bit laggy. And, you know, laggy controls are always a nightmare when it comes to shooters. Because you make your adjustment, and then the computer at the other end of the internet kind of keeps moving. But maybe I'll investigate that a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, if you can play Battlefield and Call of Duty on a controller, you should be able to play Armour on it. I know you have lots more different things you can do. I think it's getting used to games without auto-aim as well. You know, we tend to forget how much, or I forget how much auto-aim helps. Really is very barren, isn't it, Livonia? Not even a helicopter crash site. Not even a helicopter crash site. Okay, is that our destination in the distance? Maybe. My character's wearing a rather fetching camouflage baseball cap. Paramedic's blue top, and we've got some camouflage trousers. Make sure we're going in the right direction. Southwest. I mean, I must admit, I haven't even heard a wolf howl. I'm going to jinx that now and we're going to get eaten. What have we got here? Alright, that's probably Gieraltow up there on the hill. Yeah, there's quite a few houses up there, isn't there? Cool. Okay, we might have zombies now. Pace to stay alert. A pepper. Look at that. Nice fresh pepper. Do like fresh peppers, green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers. Very nice. Oh, I can hear a zombie. Oh, he's inside. Never say no to some duct tape. That's it. Manura Akbar says H, I guess he means hi. Still early in the morning here on Livonia. Let's see if anybody else is... No, I'm by myself. Let's get a bit of a move on. I can hear sheep. Is that sheep over there? Not that I need any more food. Gieraltow, here we go. We are at our destination. So this is quite a reasonable sized town for Livonia. How much space have we got? A little bit of an field vest. And a bit in our field backpack. I guess industrial supplies, things like nails, duct tape. Is this the cemetery, is it? Yeah. A few more dead people in Livonia at the moment. Unfortunately, they're wandering around. Let's have a quick look at the map. So, we should expect to see there's a clinic on our right. Oh, here we go. First zombie. Sorry, zombie lady. There's another one. So it's getting a little bit higher. Let's just craft some clean rags. I know I've got bandages and everything, but you can never have too many, can you? Oh, wait a minute, actually. It's quite a long way till we get to the hospital, I think. The clinic, actually, it's not a hospital. Here, a chicken. Don't need a flashlight. Lights aren't very long. Live to fight another day, chicken. Baseball bats. Beat on the brat, beat on the brat, beat on the brat with the baseball bat. Oh yeah, as the Ramones would say. Canned tuna. We could change. Some fruit trees here. Don't really find fruit on the ground anymore. Now we should be getting close to a water pump around here. Game's getting a bit chunky in it, doesn't it? There's the clinic. So the water pump's right next to the road. Oh, it's just after the clinic. Okay, alright. Just gotta be careful because this is... could be loads of zombies here. I think there's one inside the clinic. Yeah. Got a nice backpack on. Right, what do we got in here? Some pepperine. What? I tell you what we could have, instead of having a blue paramedic's jacket, we could have a green one. Would a green one be better? We've got a sewing kit, so let's just fix it up. Or is it just damaged? Oh, it's just worn. Ah. So let's take that one off. Let's put that one on. There we go. A little bit more colour coordinated now. Blood test kit. Let's test our blood, see what we are. We are AB positive. Yeah. Okay, so the water pump should be just over here. There it is. Right, there's the water pump. Let's empty our canteen. Let's fill it back up again. Very good. Right, let's take a look at the map. So there is police station. Yeah, this is quite a sizable town, isn't it? Let's check I didn't drop my canteen by mistake. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, nails would be something we would be very interested in. Now, I think you kind of broke your Hippocratic oath there, Mr. Dr. Zombie, by coming to try and kill me, didn't you? Very nasty, you shouldn't have done that. Okay, here's the police station. So look round. Another shotgun. Definitely odd design, these Chernurund police stations, aren't they? Scorpion on the table. See, I'm a bit in PvE situations. I'm more of a shotgun type guy. I can hear lots of zombies running around. Do hope they're not coming up here to try and kill me. Well, at least we can have a look round. So, that's where I came from there, wasn't it? There's the clinic. And, right, there's the church in the distance. There's quite a few zombies, isn't there? Is that, oh, there's a military tent down there. Let's go and check that out. Ooh. Oh, that could have got nasty. Could have got nasty. That we got away with that one. How's our? Right, okay, we need to do some sewing. Right, they're just damaged, which is good. So it means we can fix them. Right, our jacket looks okay. Let's look at our shoes. Pristine. Gloves. Pristine. Okay. Let's carry on heading down this way. Athletic sunglasses. Oh yeah. Ooh, some wellies. Wait a minute, which way was I going? We're going up towards the church, aren't we? Which is over there. Okay. I don't think we're really going to find anything we'd want in these buildings, but nothing wrong with having a quick look round. Car radiator. Cool. Ooh, a boonie hat. What do I prefer more? A camouflage baseball cap or a blue boonie cap? Boonie hat. I think I prefer the baseball cap. Now, if it had been a camouflage boonie hat, we would have had that. I've got a little general store here. Check this out. And we've got a few little sheds. What we got? Scope for an AK. Hacksaw. That may come in useful at some point. Another shed over here. Right, let's go and pay our respects to the dead of Gieraltow in the church. Oh, this might be a church we can't get inside. Oh, yeah, that's all. Hello, get up here. Look at this. I think I've ever been up in one of these spires before. How cool is this? We can see the whole of Gieraltow. The whole of Livonia laid out before us. Amazing. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the map. So where are we? Where are we? Let's have a look. Right, so I am right there. So the question is, how do I get back to my base? My base is up in Sitnik. Ooh, if I run dead north, if I just run north from this church, there's a chance we could make it. However, the danger is obviously, if you're running through the countryside, the danger is wolves and bears, isn't it? But I think we need to take that risk. So we've done quite a lot of exploration with this character on Livonia, but now it's time to get home. We've got some goodies, haven't we? We've got some food, we've got some duct tape, we've got loads of food, loads of seeds as well. You know, we got some stuff to help us survive when we come back to Livonia, to make our base that little bit bigger. But for now, I think it's farewell to this side of the map. Yeah, because we're probably about another 4 clicks and we would be at Dolnik, which is right in the southern tip. Right, so let us set our compass. Alright, here we go. Here's the graveyard. Let's pay our respects to people who died before the zombie apocalypse. Right, farewell. Right, I was almost went the wrong way. We need to be going this way. Let's we're going to go as the crow flies. Ah, there's the vicar. I wondered where he was. There's always one hanging around these churches in his cassock. Right, north. Here we go. We've got spare shoes, we've got plenty of food, we've got plenty of water. Let's see how long it takes us to get back up to Sitnik. Meanwhile, we get to enjoy some of the nice Livonian countryside, rather than just running on the roads all the time. We'll know we're getting to Sitnik, because hopefully we'll either run into... If we get to the river, we've gone too far. What we're looking for is probably the railway track, actually. Thank you everybody for joining the stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not a member of... If you're not a subscriber to Scalespeeder Gaming, much appreciated. Okay, here we go. This is always a gamble, especially this far south. This is wolf and bear territory. And we've got a shotgun, but I don't want to take on a bear with a shotgun.